contributions from different sectors.
Yes.
Teachers, doctors, and we also see the dons
Yes.
getting out. But we thank God there was a time that they came back and the issue was resolved amicably.
Yes.
We had also seen nurses who are kind of wanted to come out. We don't know how it is going to end. And right now we see Deputy Gachagua. It has been hatched out that the motion and plans of impeaching him has been to the public domain. What is your take on all these scenarios?
I think when I talked about the instability in government, I was trying to point out to real issues that were actually affecting this country. The instability, you get everybody is striking. That tells you that the economy is not good enough. You get dons protesting. You got university students complaining about unsustainable university funding model that is denying thousands of students an opportunity to study. That tells you that the policies of Kenya Kwanza government has not been positive. They are not resonating to the common mwananchi, and that is a purview for a crisis that is in wait.
Now, how possible is impeachment of the deputy president? Is it possible? Is it doable?
Impeachment, they all depend with the big boss. That is President William Ruto. Is the guy to approve and tell his parliamentary group, the PG, call a PG, and then tell them that, that when you see one man is quiet, please withdraw that bill. That is still possible because the ground is hot. People have turned their sympathy to Gachagua because in any institution, when there is a problem, it is the senior person to take responsibility. If we are using the British system of government, then the president would have resigned and tell people, you know what, I've not spoken, and actually I'm going to talk to my MPs so that they withdraw this. The resentment that is there is that he'll have to expose all the dirty deals that has been happening within the Kenya Kwanza government. But then let us come back to what the public is saying. They say kufa dereva kufa makanga.
So
no, the abiria is you and we don't want to die. Well, we are shouting that, we just want to say that, when you have a driver and a conductor, they're actually in possession of that vehicle. If anything happens,
president, first abuse of office, incitement, and they were in that list of that paper. They were saying categorically that this is what he did. This is the reason we want him to go home. He has breached the article, such and such articles. And which, if you read carefully, you'll find that once you ticked, it means that you have ticked almost everything. Now, were these allegations realistic?
I don't think that the allegations in there were truly realistic. You see, in politics and in law, there is always what is called a threshold. Copied papers were serious allegations that that could achieve the threshold for an impeachment. Because today I was reading an conversation with young people who are actually the owners of small and medium enterprises. Most of them, 60% have closed down. They only tell you the only business that can sustain you is if you become a tenderpreneur. But where would they get access to these tenders if they're being influenced? So I would say that all the wrong things, starting from the issue of Adani, going to Shah, going to the corruption on edible oils, was mysteriously moved and packaged and sold to Kenyans. I think
to fertilizer.
Yes, fertilizers which were pure sand made. Mount Kenya were writing letters, releasing press briefs, telling their people that we never voted for Gachagua. Him a fair hearing, because the ground in itself is so hostile. So everybody is retracting. If I believe if they had kama wangekula pesa, they would have went to the office of the majority leader and told them kindly withdraw our signature. And that is what is going to play. I found it so hostile. Rift Valley, and I would want you to look at it differently. When the Kenya Kwanza government was looking for votes, the main focus was mostly in Mount Kenya, and William was very smart. He outrigged veterans and brought in young guys who helped him do whatever he did. And right now, those people are going, I believe 70 to 80% of current Mount Kenya MPs are going to go back home, because we've seen it from the ground, and the ground is a good indicator of what's happening. And that is why I believe losing. And so most people are able to be educated without help. But right now, for you to actually go and admit a student in college, you need 140,000. The anger that is boiling within this generation is what is going to change the matrix of politics in 2027. And so I urge politicians, and I keep on telling them, as a consultant, sometimes, that focus on first-time voters, focus on the Gen Zs, because they are tech savvy, they're able to mobilize and organize more effectively than any other generation. When our politicians are waiting for Matanga to go and engage local people, they have WhatsApp groups, they have Telegram channels, and they have X, where one information, you just post something in a WhatsApp group, it's going to reach 700 people. Where one sober MP to table an impeachment for both the deputy president and the president, so that we can vote.
Thank you so much, Mr. John. Now, we have to take a break. Remember, just like I told you earlier, this is Politics and Power, and we're talking about the political atmosphere in the Republic of Kenya at large. Remember, here is where you meet the unexpected. Keep watching, keep sending your comments, let us know where you're viewing us from, and ask questions which you believe are pertinent, and we believe Mr. John is here to answer them. We are taking a short break. We will be right back. Keep tuned.
Welcome to Blackman Digital Graphics. We offer design, printing and branding services using large format printing, offset and digital printing. Our approach to printing, graphics design and branding is top-notch with quality services including roll-up banners, street banners, teardrops, reflective banners, telescope banners, vehicle branding, road signages, mugs, badges, t-shirts, polo shirts, hoodies, pens, letterheads, business cards, envelopes, receipt books, brochures, flyers, posters, calendars, magazines, and many more. We also have indoor and outdoor videography, photography, and live streaming services. Visit us at our Migori Market Onyinjo Bridge Tiendege Stage offices. Call or WhatsApp us through 0721 379308 or 0736 352224. Connect with us on YouTube and Facebook at Blackman TV. We are on TikTok as BTV Kenya and also Blackman Studios on Facebook as well. Blackman Digital Graphics. Quality you can trust. Welcome to Blackman Digital Graphics. We offer design, printing and branding services using large format printing, offset and digital printing. Our approach to printing, graphics design and branding is top-notch with quality services including roll-up banners, street banners, teardrops, reflective banners, telescope banners, vehicle branding, road signages, mugs, badges, t-shirts, polo shirts, hoodies, pens, letterheads, business cards, envelopes, magazines, wedding cards, plastic ID cards, funeral programs, and many more. We also have indoor and outdoor videography, photography, and live streaming services. Visit us at our Migori Market Onyinjo Bridge Tiendege Stage offices. Call or WhatsApp us through or 0736 352224. Connect with us on YouTube and Facebook at Blackman TV. We are on TikTok as BTV Kenya and also Blackman Studios on Facebook as well. Blackman Digital Graphics. Quality you can trust.
Welcome back to Politics and Power. Welcome back to Political Atmosphere here in BTV. We have been discussing and we've discussed a lot to do with what is happening in the political atmosphere in the Republic of Kenya. Now, we are getting back to Migori County.
All right.
Yes. Now, I want to begin on this note. Remember, the governor, His Excellency, Dr. Chileako, is to appear before the committee to answer questions. Move almost to, in most areas in Migori County, there's a narrative, I'm calling it a narrative because I don't know where the truth is, that is losing its grip in many constituencies in Migori County. What is your take on this matter?
Thank you. As a native and resident of Migori County, hailing from Suna West, sub-county, Rakano Ruba Ward. That's where the village boy comes from. I think what I would like by saying that I think it's a good thing that the governor is appearing before the Senate committee. It is not the first time. And I remember that he himself, before he became the governor, he was a senator and was in charge of, I think it's Public Accounts Committee, whereby he was grilling other governors on, what we call audit queries. I'm glad because, naysayers were saying that the senator, at the end of every financial year, you have to appear before the Senate and answer a few questions from the Auditor General's report on the county expenditure. And so it's a good thing, and I just want to wish the governor all the best. This is not his first time, and so if there are any issues that is arising, I believe there are answers for the people of Migori County. So we are waiting to see what transpires.
Now, the second part of the question was, is the governor losing grip of Migori County?
I think I've not seen any polls that are showing us that the governor is losing his grip on Migori. I think what we are seeing in Migori County is what is Migori County. That has always been Migori County, because anytime there is a person in a seat, They are competitors. They are people who we call them in Kijaluo Olap Dogindeng. So we have people who are always interested in, you know, succeeding the governor. And so it's a good thing because it's healthy for democracy. But I would tell you today,
of chase, I saw that. That is what was circulating in the media. I hope you did see that. And from that, many people, especially from down there, are saying that governor, they don't want to see the governor. While at the same time, we also did see some few days ago when Okwanyi was there. I don't know what he was doing there. What is your take on that?
I would like to say this with a reference to our National Assembly. Not every MCA will be allied to a governor, just like not every MP would be allied to the president. It is a norm. So I don't think on my side we saw who he was with, and he was with Honorable Mark Nyamito, who is also a good friend of mine. And that tells you that whatever happened in Uriri that led to the expulsion of Honorable Mark Nyamita from ODM was because of the violence that had occurred there. Yeah, and then when Felix Okwanyo was when he organized his homecoming, then we also saw Honorable Mark was there. So I don't want to read much, but I will leave it for the people to see what an opponent. When you are an opponent, I don't think violence can solve the situation. And it is a narrative, because for me as a politician, I'm a strategist. I know that when these people tried to portray the governor in bad light by
we have Nyamita. Suna West, that is Suna West, we have Honorable Peter Masara. All are pushing so hard. What is it that the governor is going to put on the what is it that the governor will be able to put down and show the residents of Migori County? This is what I've done, therefore I'm requesting, or I'm back to you, give me another 5 years and let me do more or complete what I've started.
I think Governor Ochilo, of all the governors that we've had in Migori County, is a man who knows what he's doing. And I keep on telling people that the most difficult part of building a house is getting the foundation right. But I'm glad that the governor had to toil hard enough to build the foundation. And so the fruits of that work is what we are starting to see today. I see Honorable Peter Masara. I know that what is Dr. Uchila Yako, they are competing against themselves on who will succeed Dr. Ochilo Ayako in 2032. Why am I saying so? Because they know, one, removing a governor is not easy. But removing Honorable Ochilo, Ochilo is not working kwa matanga, but somebody akienda nyumbani, he'll see that the roads are always maintained, whether the rain comes or the rain doesn't come. For me, I come from Lagano Ruba. I can tell you a time when roads were impassable around here. But nowadays, almost all roads neat. When we used to go to town with, let me say, 100 bob or so, right now that phase reduced because roads are well maintained. And when you maintain infrastructure, you get good security. When you get good security, it opens up investment opportunities, and that is what we can see. So just to tell you a few things, for example, I come from Suna West. And those classes are there. Pan had a water that was drilled in Kilisia. What the governor did is he has equipped that water. There is a water that was done I think it's pound egg. He has equipped it. And sometimes if you pass around the airport, you'll always find that stainless steel that is there. That is the work of the governor. In fact, you go to Ragala again, you'll find an ECD classroom.
I see the list is endless. Now, like I said earlier, this is where you meet the unexpected. People are complaining outside here that when they're being given the tickets, that's the small business traders. They are small traders in Migori town, but the receipts which are issued to them sometimes read from Korea East, Korea West, while they expect to get a receipt from Suna West. What is happening?
I'm not in the government of Dr. Uchilo Ayako, but as a youth leader and also a business
I've
person.
asked that because
Yes.
I see you are pro-government. The governor crying that Kenya Power did switched off power in Migori town. And he said that the money has not been released. Not long after he spoke, we saw the senator coming out and saying money had been released. Money had been released. The only money that has not been released is for the month of October. Where are we? Where are we missing the figures?
I would like to state this in simple terms. First, we are not talking about bills that were accrued under the tenure of His Excellency Dr. Uchilo Ayako. These are bills that has been accrued from before. It happened even with water bills. And I think this should come out clearly. When Uchilo Ayako Mbogo, the governor, took over, the water, I think that is Miwasco, kind of turned off the taps because there was a bill that was accrued previously. And his first act under the Department of Water was to clear that bill to ensure that water could be available to the relevant people or to various communities. And I believe that when you go to Kenya Power, and I think this is a task that I would also like to share with you, when you sit down with the MD of Kenya Power, the one who is in charge of Migori, I think it should come out clearly that these bills, have they been accrued now, or I think it was on a Tuesday. Yeah, that is when money was dispersed to various counties, and still counties have an issue with the national government because they couldn't agree on how much should go into the counties.
According to revenue allocation.
Yes, according to revenue.
Because I remember
allocation.
previously, it was all the counties were supposed to receive 400 million shillings.
Yes.
But
right now,
they were citing that because of failure to pass 2024-2025 finance bill, 20 million was slashed.
Yes.
So it was back to 380 million.
Yes.
Billion, I mean.
So the issue that we are having, I have had discussion with many of these governors as the speaker of when there is delayance in disbursement of these salaries.
My dear viewers, because of the interest of time, we have to bring this to a close so that we also allow other people to give you an opportunity to look into the camera and say your last word. I know you'll always be here. A last word for tonight, because we are going to need you very soon again. Let me give you the opportunity to look into the camera and say a word to the residents of Migori County and to all Kenyans in regards to political atmosphere in the Republic of Kenya.
Thank you.
Yeah.
To my fellow youth and my fellow Kenyans, I think our republic is I want to tell you that it is a time that we back our leaders, right from our MCAs to our MPs